Hello there, welcome back to Tutor. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit that bell so as not to miss out on any new video that drops. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about naming compounds. The first set of compounds we're going to be discussing is what is known as binary ionic compounds. Binary ionic compounds can be broken down into two types. The first type of binary ionic compound contains a positive ion, also known as cation. These are elements from your metal group. Binary ionic compound also contains negative ions, known as anions. These are elements from your non-metal groups. When naming any compound, it is very important to be able to identify the type of compound. Is it an ionic compound? That is, does it contain a metal and non-metal group? Or is it a covalent compound? That is it solely made up of two non-metals? When you look at the periodic table, the section squared out is your metal, while everything circled is considered a non-metal. We are going to discuss covalent compounds in our next video, so do keep a lookout for that. When it comes to naming ionic compounds, there are several rules to keep in mind. These are: first, the positive ion or cation is always written first in the formula. Second, monoatomic, that is, one atom cation, takes its name from the element. So, in a binary ionic compound, the name of the metal does not change in any form. In a binary ionic compound, the anion is named by taking the element's name and adding IDE. For example, chlorine ion is called chloride. So, if we have an ionic compound AlCl3, how do we go about naming it? Take a moment, pause the video if you have to, and try to do it. Al is aluminium, which is a metal, and based on the rules, the name does not change. Cl is chlorine. However, because it is an anion, we take the name of the element and add IDE, so it becomes chloride. Therefore, the name of the compound is aluminium chloride. The second type of binary ionic compound has to do with metal ions, commonly transition metals, that form more than one type of positive charge. When dealing with this type of binary ionic compound, the charges must be specified. Keep in mind that not all transition metals form more than one positive charge. So, if you have a compound FeCl2 and FeCl3, how do you know what the charges are? Essentially, you look at the number attached to the anion. That tells you exactly what the charge of the metal ion is. So, for a compound FeCl2, based on the number attached to the anion, we can confirm that the metal ion is ion 2. And we know that Cl is chlorine, but based on the rule we learned earlier, Cl will be written as chloride. Thus, the name of the compound is ion 2 chloride. So, if you were asked to write the name of FeCl3, what will you do? Again, pause the video if you have to and take a moment and try it out for yourself. Once again, we're going to use the same steps. So Looking at FeCl3, we know that the number attached to the anion, which is your chloride ion, is 3. So based on that, we know that ion, which is Fe, is going to be written as ion 3. And because we know that Cl is chlorine, but based on the rules, chlorine will be written as chloride. So the name of the compound FeCl3 will be written as ion 3 chloride. Also, it is very important for me to mention that for this type of binary ionic compound, you always write the Roman numeral in parentheses. I hope this was a very helpful video and you learned a thing or two today. Bye! See you in the next video.